As part of the SharePoint Look Book template unpackings, I will be building the volunteer center today. So, of course, you can select this inside of Microsoft 365. If you go to SharePoint and you go create new site there at the top, you can then use the template. So before you would have to do this from the SharePoint Look Book site. But for today, I will be building this in my tenant so that I can actually show you what the web parts look like. So there we go, our site is created. I'll just show you again the lookbook, of course, SharePoint Lookbook. If you go to the communication site templates, here is the volunteer center that we're looking at today. So there's a nice graphic that shows you what this will look like. And it actually has the home page, and there's 3 additional pages that we'll go through. And what I'll do is I'll unpack the page, I'll go through the web parts and their configuration. And then again, apart from the video, I'll also share all the resources for the different web parts in my blog on WordPress with you. There is our homepage, kind of like the crazy purple color. Again, I want to remind you that some of these templates, if you deploy them in your tenant, it actually brings with a custom theme. So the color could be custom. Let's take a look at the colors and just confirm that again. Here you can see these are the custom themes by default. So I've already got a lot of extra themes in my site. Let's see if it's that one that was used. I'm actually not too sure. Could be that they've used that specific purple one. So let's have a look. If I look at the site, settings, change the look, theme, and it does look like it's one of the standard themes. I'm playing guessing games, but it does look like it. Let's see. Yes, it does look like it. So theme is set to that purple. The header is set to compact. Again, that's minimal, compact, standard, extended. Can bring a graphic in. Set to compact. The header is set to be the purple color, but of course you can change this to any of the others as well. The site title is visible, and of course the icons are being used. Then on the navigation, it's set to mega menu. Again, doesn't really matter in this regard. So if you don't have multiple drop downs, you won't really see the difference. And footer is not being set up at the bottom. So remember, footer is here. It's a great place to put things like disclaimers or links to your policy for usage, or even to your websites, etc. Okay, so that's the look and feel of the site, and the template used is the volunteer center. And if I look at the home page, of course, we've got an about us as well. Let's take a quick look. And there is new volunteers, training, and files and forms. Okay, so that's actually a library that it goes to. Let's unpack the home page. I'm going to put it into edit mode, and we'll then take a look and see what we are covering here. So first things first, I can see that this is a hero web part. It's set to layers, not to tiles, and it's set to 1 layer. So you'll see there it's set to layers, so it staggers. If there was another link added, the image would be on the right and the text on the left. I do like this look and feel depending on the type of content that you are surfacing. Then again, a reminder that each of these in the tiles will have an image and a link. So there's the link it goes to, and there's the background image that you can upload. Next up on the page is my favorite quick links. It's set to buttons, and it's set to 2 lines, and it's using full color. So there you can see the difference. So it's using full color. Then the news web part. This news web part is set to side by side. Currently there's no news article there, but it's set to side by side. If you look at the different layouts, you'll see that it actually makes quite a difference. So side by side, number of articles to show is 4. And then, of course, you can further configure it to also even exclude and filter out certain news. Then in this area, so let's just quickly check something. This is a specific one section. It's set to a single column, and the background is set to that light purple. Another news section set to white for the news. News section set to the purple again, and it's set to 2 columns. So in the 2 columns, this is text, this is quick links. There you can see it's the list. So then this is a graphic, Now, what's important here, which is relatively new to me, is the alignment. I've never seen the alignment. So that's quite nice, because if you have web parts like this and you want this to align to the bottom, you can, let's take a look. Let me just go back. Let's see if we set it. See there? Brand new. I have not seen that. So alignment is set to the top. I would prefer that. And also just a reminder that if you have images on a page and you don't have click-throughs, just copy the current page's link and put it in there, so that if someone does click on it, it just kind of refreshes the page. So text, quick links, image. Then these are absolutely also quick links, and it's set to film strip. Just to remind you, film strip will only show those 4, and you'll have to click through to show the next 4, where grid will wrap it. So if there's 8 blocks, it'll wrap and it'll show the other 4 at the bottom. Each of these, again, of course, has an image, and it has a URL that you can set up as well. This is the lovely call to action. Again, I keep on saying this. I've never used it in a full width column. So if we look at the section, you'll see it's a 1 column. I normally use them in smaller areas, but I kind of like the look and feel of this. These call to actions normally has a graphic that you can set up. So if I go, there's my graphic I can bring in. And I can set alignment on the text on it as well. And also, this is the little button that you see there. And then you can also add text here. It's a bit of a strangeness that the text is here and the text is here. But hey, let's just leave it at that. So a very cool thing, the call to action. Then the next section, again, split up so that the background color is changed to the gray. It's a 2-column, as you can see there. This, again, is a graphic. They're using the add text over image there, which you can fill in, and then of course you can even move this around. Pretty cool, also new, haven't seen that before really. Then on the right hand side, you've got text here, and interestingly enough, see how nice they got this right, and that's by changing that specific to a different color and to change that to different font. You'll see this is set to heading, this is set to normal 18, where this is set to normal 14. And by typing capitals there, it kind of makes it look a little bit different, which is quite nice. This, of course, is my people cards, and small, medium, large. Again, very cool is that these are dynamic. So if you actually click on them, it gives you details about that person. You can contact them. It'll even show if you've had any files that you've both worked on together. So that's pretty cool. I normally switch off the comments on the page. Then on the right hand side of the page, a vertical column was brought in, or a section. So if I click there, you'll see that's the vertical section. Vertical sections are great for content that runs down the side of the page. This, of course, is set to use the dark purple. And if I look at this, this is a countdown timer. So there's some configurations you can do. You can bring a background image in. You can even set the opacity of the specific web part, which is cool. This is the events web part. So any events you want to show, next new events. And the nice thing about the SharePoint events as well, if you set them up, is that people can click on it and say, add to my calendar, and it'll download the little file, and they can double click and it'll actually load it in their calendar. So very cool. And please remember, again, the calendar always has categories, which means you can have birthdays here, and you can have events here, and you can have, I don't know, launches there. So quite nice filters you can also bring in. And it's set to compact at the moment. So you'll see there's the layout at the top. Then this is quick links, and it's set to buttons, it's set to outline, and it's set to 2 lines. The text is quite short, so depending on how you want to do that, I normally only go 2 lines. If it's a space thing I want to try and fill, or if the text actually wraps. So very cool. And just a reminder, most of the web parts has audience targeting. So you can say that this web part is only available for a specific audience. And you can set that up by saying an Office 365 group. So let's say a specific business unit or something. So audience targeting, also quite cool. That is the home page. So let's just republish that. Then let's look at the other pages quickly. About us. I'm going to put it into edit mode. It's got a banner at the top. And like I said, that's also quite new. I'm saying new carefully. I might have just missed it. But if I go edit this, there's now a text above title, which I've never really seen. And that's pretty cool, I must say. It gets this color from the contrasting color that's on the theme, by the way. So if I go back to theme, you'll see there that contrasting color that they've got there. Then this is text, and it's set to heading 2, text, text, text. New section so that I can change the background. Text as a header again, text again. Of course, the web parts, you get them all here, right? So it's that specific web part. Then a new section again. The section is a 3-column. Brought in some nice text web parts here. Again, clever use of capitals, different colors, smaller font. And what they did here is that they actually brought in a spacer. So this is new. We haven't worked with that before. So the spacer allows me to move something down in a web part so that it can align with the content next to it. Of course, sometimes we're lazy. We actually just do this. So a lot of times we'll put a web part in and just add spaces in front and after it. But the little spacer actually works quite cool. Then new section again. This is text as a header, text as a header. This is a new section again, 3 columns. Image, image, image. Again, I want to remind you, you better make sure those images are exactly the same size. Then I have text, and then I have quick links there. The quick links are set to list, and it's not showing descriptions. So if it had descriptions, it would show descriptions as well. Then new section again, full column, and it's set to purple. That's text and text. And then I have 3 graphics there again with text over images. And that's it for this page. Let's quickly take a look at new volunteers. Okay, so banner again at the top. This is a 2-column section, white background, text, text, some text. And this, let me see, they've brought this in as an image, by the way, but it's supposed to be a YouTube link. So you can surface YouTube videos by grabbing the URL or embedded code to the video, and you can actually surface it on the page. So let's take a quick look at that. So if you go share, that link that you get there, copy, and if I paste that there we go. So that is a YouTube video that's been surfaced on the page. Just while I'm on that, if you have local videos you want to search or a surface, you can do it with the file and media web part. I'm going to just go and upload a file. So that's quite interesting. I was uploading a video, but let's take another route. I'm going to go through the site to the documents library. Let's see if it allows me to upload that video here. There you go. I could upload it in the library and I can then select it. Okay, so I prefer not loading content directly on the page. I always prefer referencing it from a library. So there you can see I have brought in a YouTube video, but I was also able to surface a video through Stream, of course, by loading it in the site. I'm going to just delete that. Okay, let's look at the next one. New section, purple background. It's a 1/3 left, so text this side and quick links this side. Buttons, outline is switched on and it's set on 2 lines. New section, the little purpley color. This is a 2-column text, text. This again is quick links. So it's set to compact. It does that little block there. And this, let's see, replace the graphic with a file viewer web part. Very clever. Let me show you how that works. If I want to show a document that's here, it'll work like this. I will go again, file and media. I normally don't load it in the page, so I'd rather go to site, to the library where it should be. I will go and upload it. So let's just wait for the upload. There we go. So if you want to show a document on a page, check how cool that is. You can show any documents like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDFs. I prefer to use the PDFs, but hey, it's up to your own ideas around that. Landscape shows much better. If this was a portrait, it would show half of it and you'd have to scroll down. So that's quite a nice way to actually load the document on the page. So let's just remove those placeholders. So very cool. You can actually scroll through a document on a page. So that's the file viewer. So let's just quickly go file and media web part. Then new section, because of the background color, it's white, it's a 2-column text, and these are all people cards set to small. These are people cards set to large. Now remember, you would go and click and add the people that you want to add here. So you would actually type and add the people that you want to add here. New section again with a new background. It's a full column, and these are upcoming events. So you'll see how different these events now look because it's set to film strip. So if it was compact, it would have looked like that, and that's film strip. Cool, that's that page. We can publish that. Training, let's take a look at training. So again, a normal banner at the top there because you get different layouts. Remember, color block. Oh, well, that's not, there we go. Overlap or image and title. This is a 1 column, white background, text and text. New column, purple background, text and quick links again set to film strip. So grid and film strip looks the same. It's just that the one will wrap below the other one. Text, quick links again, also in a new section because of the background color. Again, new section, text, quick links. Again, new section, text. New section with 3 columns, text and quick links. By now you should start seeing how cool that is and how these things actually work out together. And then of course this files and forms actually is just a URL that takes you directly to the library in the background. That's that document library that I was using. I just want to remind you of something when it comes to vertical columns that you have to be a little bit wary of. I'm going to use the developer tools, more tools, developer tools to show you the mobile view. So if you look at this page, I'm going to change this to mobile. See what happens to the web parts. It actually wraps below each other. So based on the columns, etc., it'll wrap below each other, and that vertical column is going to go right to the bottom. So there you'll see is the start of the vertical column. It goes right to the bottom. Always check out the mobile view, people, when you're busy designing and putting web parts on a page, because it might actually look quite stupid in the mobile view because of how the web parts wrap. Okay, so if you look at this, there's my hero web part, that's links, that's news, that's text. So it'll wrap in the columns below each other until it gets to the vertical column that's on the right-hand side, which then shows right at the bottom. So please, please, please keep that in mind when you do these types, because on mobile device this will not show up immediately. So be careful to put content here that's crucial for the end user. I would rather repeat it as well somewhere on the page so that this comes up sooner if it makes sense. Or be clever and use your top navigation, because you'll see even the top navigation is pretty nifty in developer tools. So there you can see is my top navigation. So always plan for that. Bring things into your top nav if it's in this right-hand column, and a lot of people actually browse on their mobile devices. Please be careful for that. Sweet, sweet. Let's see which one we're going to do next. Let me have a look. So today we looked at the volunteer center. Let me see which one looks like fun. I'm obviously doing all the fun ones first. So we have already done crisis management. We've done human resources. I've done org home. We've done volunteer center. I think I'm going to do new employee onboarding next. See you in the next one.